protests and statewide bandh over power tariff. Karnataka power tariff war escalates. Bellary business group stage protest. Bellary Apparel Processing Association, District Cold Storage Association take out a protest march against electricity price hike. Those are images of that protest march in Bellary. This is in fact blowback as far as the free power tariff guarantee of the Congress government of Karnataka is concerned. Protests and statewide bandh over power tariff. Karnataka power tariff war has now escalated, especially in Bellary, where business groups stage a protest. The Apparel Processing Association and the District Cold Storage Association among those business groups that have in fact taken out a protest march against the electricity price hike.
This HESCOM raised the bill without even giving intimation to the public. And if there was a normal increase of 5% or 7%, which was acceptable to everyone. But whereas this time the bill's increase has gone up from 30 to 70% for many of the people. And many of the industries depend on heavily on power, whether it is small, micro or bigger industries, power intensive. So power has become like a raw material for them. So when such is the case, with this increase, there is a very possibility that many of the industries are not going to become viable, and there is every chance that they may close down also.
My colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath is joining me live from Bengaluru on this. Nagarjun, what are the business groups saying?
Well, in fact, it was the Chamber of Commerce that had called for the protest across Karnataka and also had asked the Chief Minister to think about the power tariff hike. While the negotiations didn't go through, the Chamber of Commerce have continued the protest today. They have taken up a march in Hubli, in Belgaum, in Bellary, where industries have closed, remained shut for the day, and all the owners and also entrepreneurs have joined and have taken to the streets to go to the DC office to give them a representation as to why the power tariff hike is affecting them and their business. Especially this month's bill, they feel that it's gone high. And also remember, industries pay a commercial tariff and not the same tariff that the residents pay. So it's a bit more extra for them is what they feel. And now on May 12th is when the power tariff hike came into existence. From that day, the government saying that we can't reduce the power tariff because it was recommended during the tenure of the previous government. And hence we will go through it is what they are saying. While the industries are saying that the government has to do much more than just wash up their hands.
Right. So the government's defense, Nagarjun, is that this was a tariff which was increased during the previous regime. But clearly the business groups are going to say that it's within your reach and within your power to bring it down as well.
Well, absolutely. In fact, even if the autonomous body called KERC recommended the power tariff hike, the government could well have said, let's not pass it on to the consumers and they can pay from the exchequer. But there are also 5 guarantee schemes that the government has to pay. Remember, around 60,000 crore the government will have to pay for the free bus schemes, free electricity schemes. And even if the power tariff hike, if it's not given to the consumer, it will be too much burden on the government, is what the present dispensation is feeling.
And to what extent have prices, the tariff has gone up as far as business are concerned?
Well, it's somewhere varying between 70 paise to 2 rupee 40 paise, depending on the number of units you use, depending on if it's a commercial purpose or a personal use. So 70 paise to 2 rupees 40 paise is what per unit has increased in Karnataka.
Okay, and how is the Chamber of Commerce in Karnataka or the various business groups hoping to escalate their protests? Because the government, as you just pointed out, seems to have washed its hands off.
Well, this is just the first round of negotiations, right? The Chamber of Commerce is holding a protest march. The business people have come down to the streets, marching to the district collector's office to give a memorandum and representation. If this continues, maybe in a month or so, they would have a protest in Bangalore also and then march towards the electricity department board to give a memorandum there. These are just preliminary informations, but nothing given by the Chamber of Commerce. They are saying this after today's protest, most likely that the government will rethink its decision.
Okay, Nagarjun, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details.